Your parents wanted you to be rich. Everything they told you about money, they believed with their whole heart. And it is quietly making you poorer every single year. This is not their fault, but it is your problem to fix. And in the next few moments, I am going to show you exactly what changed, why it changed, and what you need to do instead. Stay with me, because this video might be the most important conversation about money you've ever had. Picture this. It's 1985. Your dad is 28 years old. He gets a job at a company, a real job. Stable, pension, health insurance. He buys a house for 3 times his annual salary. He puts money in a savings account, getting 8% interest. He never invests in the stock market. Too risky, he says. And by 55, he has paid off that house. He retires comfortably. His advice worked. It worked perfectly. For him. For that world. Now it's today. You are 25 years old. A house costs 11 times your annual salary. Your savings account pays 0.5% interest. Your job offers no pension. The company you work for might restructure next year. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you hear your dad's voice. Work hard, save money, buy a house, don't take risks. And you're trying. You really are. But something isn't adding up.
Let me show you the numbers, because this is not a feeling, it's arithmetic. In 1985, the median U.S. home cost around $82,000. The median household income was around $27,000. That's a ratio of about 3 to 1. Today, the median home costs over $420,000. The median household income is around $80,000. That ratio is now over 5 to 1. And in cities like Sydney, London, and Los Angeles, it's 10, 12, even 14 to 1. Savings accounts in the 1980s paid between 7% and 12% interest. Putting cash in the bank genuinely built wealth. Today, most savings accounts pay between 0.5% and 2%. Inflation runs at 3% to 4%. Saving cash today doesn't preserve wealth. It slowly destroys it. And pensions, the backbone of your parents' retirement plan, have nearly disappeared from private sector employment. In 1980, 83% of private sector workers had a pension. Today, that number is 15%. Your parents retired on a guaranteed monthly payment. You are expected to fund your own retirement, manage your own investments, and predict your own future with no training and no safety net. The world changed. The advice didn't.
Let's start with the biggest one. Buy a house as soon as possible. Renting is just throwing money away. This advice made complete sense in your parents' world. They bought early, the house tripled in value, it became their retirement. It worked. But here is what that advice is costing people today. Let's say you're 28, living in a major city. To buy a median-priced home, you need roughly an $84,000 down payment. That's 20%. Most people your age don't have $84,000. So you either spend a decade saving it, during which time house prices rise faster than you can save, or you stretch your budget, go in with a 5% deposit, and spend the next 30 years paying off a loan where the interest alone is more than the cost of the house. And here's the thing nobody tells you. The rent is throwing money away argument ignores something called opportunity cost. If you invest that $84,000 down payment in a diversified index fund instead and get 8% average annual returns, in 30 years, that becomes $847,000. Meanwhile, someone who bought the house pays $350,000 in interest on their mortgage alone. This does not mean you should never buy. It means that blindly rushing to buy because your parents said so
without doing the actual maths for your city, your income, and your market, can be one of the most expensive decisions of your life. The advice was right in 1985. Today, it requires a calculator.
Your parents hated debt, and in their era, that made sense. Consumer debt in the 1980s carried interest rates of 18%, 20%, even 24%. Debt genuinely was dangerous. Paying it off fast was genuinely the smartest thing to do. But here is where this advice quietly costs a modern person thousands of dollars. Not all debt is equal. There is destructive debt, credit cards at 22% interest, buy now, pay later traps, personal loans for things that go down in value. Your parents were right about this debt. Run from it. But there is also constructive debt. A mortgage at 6% interest in a market where property rises 4% annually. A business loan that returns 25% on capital. A student loan at 4% interest for a career that triples your earning power. The person who follows avoid all debt at age 25 and puts every spare dollar into paying off a 4% mortgage early, instead of investing it at 8% in index funds, loses roughly $200,000 in wealth by retirement. The maths is simple. If your debt costs 4% and your investment returns 8%, paying off the debt early costs you the 4% difference every single year, compounded for decades. Your parents weren't wrong. They were operating in a world where all debt was expensive. Today, the cost of debt varies enormously, and treating it all the same is a wealth-destroying mistake. This one hurts the most because it sounds so responsible, so safe. Your parents saved cash. The bank paid them 8% or 10% a year to hold it. Their savings grew, genuinely grew. Keeping cash in the bank was a legitimate wealth-building strategy. Today, it is a slow financial leak. Here's the maths. You put $10,000 in a savings account, paying 1.5% interest. After 1 year, you have $10,150. Inflation for that year runs at 3.5%. The purchasing power of your money has actually decreased by 2%. Your $10,000 can now buy what $9,800 could buy before. The bank is not growing your wealth. It is slowly eating it. Now, take that same $10,000. Invest it in a low-cost index fund tracking the S&P 500. Historically, that fund returns an average of 8% to 10% per year over the long term. After 30 years in savings at 1.5%, you have around $15,600. After 30 years invested at 8%, you have $100,627. Same starting amount, an $85,000 difference in outcome, just from where you put the money. Your parents weren't lazy or wrong. They were operating in a world where the bank genuinely rewarded saving. That world ended around 2008, and it has not come back. Keeping your long-term savings in cash today is not being responsible. It is the most expensive financial mistake you can make quietly over time.
Your parents' generation had something extraordinary that most people don't realize they've lost: job security. If you worked hard and stayed loyal, a company genuinely took care of you. Promotions were predictable, pensions were guaranteed, loyalty was rewarded. Here is what that looks like in 2026. The average person will have 12 different jobs in their lifetime. Real wages, wages adjusted for inflation, have grown less than 10% since 1979 for the bottom 90% of earners. Meanwhile, productivity has grown over 60%. You are producing more, you are earning roughly the same, and your company has no obligation to take care of you. The advice, "a good job is enough," was true when a job came with a pension, a union, and 40 years of guaranteed employment. It is not true today. A good job is the floor, not the ceiling.
This is not pessimism. This is an instruction. If a single job is your only income source in 2026, you are one restructuring, one health crisis, one economic shift away from financial disaster. Your parents could absorb that hit because of their pension and their paid-off house. You likely cannot. Not yet. Which means the question is not, how do I find a good job and stay there? The question is, how do I build multiple income sources so that no single employer holds my financial future?
I want to stop here for a moment, because if you're watching this and feeling something uncomfortable, maybe a little guilt about how you feel about your parents' advice, or frustration that the world changed so much, I want to say something clearly. Your parents were not wrong. They were not stupid. They were right for the world they lived in. And more than that, they passed on the best financial wisdom they had because they loved you and wanted to protect you. The problem is not the people. The problem is that the rulebook changed completely between their generation and yours, and nobody told either of you. They are still handing you a map to a city that has been completely rebuilt. The streets have the same names, the directions feel familiar, but the destination doesn't exist anymore. This is the wealth gap nobody talks about. Not the gap between rich and poor, the gap between two generations who both worked hard, both tried to do the right thing, and ended up in completely different financial realities. Because the rules of the game changed quietly, without announcement, while everyone was looking away. You are not behind because you failed. You are behind because you were given the wrong map. And today, we are going to build you a new one.
So here is the updated rulebook. Not to replace your parents' values, because the values were right. Hard work, discipline, delayed gratification, those are timeless. What we are updating is the specific tactics. The how, not the why. Updated Rule 1. Invest first, save second. Your emergency fund goes in a high-yield savings account. Everything else you can afford to leave alone for 5 or more years goes into a diversified, low-cost index fund. Not crypto, not individual stocks. The boring index fund that Warren Buffett himself has recommended for most people most of the time. Updated Rule 2. Understand debt by its price. Below 5 to 6%, debt can be a tool. Above 7%, treat it like a fire. Extinguish it. The number is the signal, not the word. Updated Rule 3. Buy a home when the numbers work, not because renting feels like failure. Run the rent versus buy calculator for your city. Be honest about your timeline. A house is not automatically an investment. In some markets right now, renting and investing the difference is genuinely the wealthier choice. The numbers decide, not the feeling. Updated Rule 4. Your job is income stream 1. Build income stream 2 before you need it. It does not need to be big. A few $100s a month from a second source changes your financial psychology completely. It removes the fear. And it is the closest thing to a pension that the modern economy offers most people.
I am not going to leave you with a 40-step plan you won't finish. Here is what I want you to do this week. Just this week. Step 1, write down every piece of financial advice you have followed because a parent or a relative or someone from their generation told you to. Just write them down. You don't have to judge them yet. Just see them. Step 2, next to each one, write the year it was given and the year you are living in. 40 years is a long time. A lot of things change in 40 years. Step 3, pick one item on that list and run the modern numbers. Use an investment calculator. Look up your city's price-to-rent ratio.
check what a high-yield savings account actually pays today versus inflation. You don't have to change everything at once. You don't have to have a difficult conversation with your parents. You just have to start looking at the map you were given and deciding which roads still lead where you want to go. Most of them will. Your parents got the big things right. Hard work, saving something, living below your means, thinking long term. Those roads still lead somewhere good. It is just a few of the specific turns that need updating. And now, you know which ones.
I am not. If this video made something click, save it. Come back to it. The 4 updated rules are in the description below, with the calculators I mentioned. And here is the one thing I ask you to do before you close this. Think of one person in your life who is working hard, doing everything they were told to do, and still feels like they're falling behind. Send this video to them, not to tell them their parents were wrong, but to tell them it is not your fault. The map changed, and here is a better one. That person might be your sibling, it might be a friend, it might be you 2 years ago. Whoever it is, they deserve to know what you just learned. Subscribe if you want more animated stories that actually change how you think about money. New video every week. And I will see you in the next one.